In 2018, former Governor Matt Bevin signed House Bill 454 into law. It bans a common abortion procedure called dilation and evacuation, also known as D&E. Two lower courts struck down the law, but now Attorney General Daniel Cameron wants to intervene to defend it and is set to argue his case in the U.S. Supreme Court on Tuesday. After the lower court sided with the ACLU and EMW Women's Clinic lawsuits to stop the law, then Attorney General Andy Beshear decided not to fight that ruling. But now that he's AG, Cameron wants to defend the law. The justices will decide whether a state AG can intervene after a federal appeals court ruling.
If we ultimately prevail, the court will be saying without question that a state has a right to defend itself with the official or representative of its choosing, that regardless of what other agencies or branches of government might decide, that here in Kentucky, the Attorney General's office stands as a fail-safe.
The very law that Cameron and his team is set to defend was crafted with the help of former Kentucky State Rep. Adia Wushner. She is now the executive director of Kentucky Right to Life and was asked by CBS News her thoughts on a woman's right to choose.
We act like bearing a child is a punishment, but we need to be...
No, some women choose not to bear the child. The question here is, should a woman who doesn't want to bear a child have to bear that child?
I believe that child has a right to life. There's not a hierarchy of rights or dignity or sanctity between the mother and the child.
You can never be equal if you can't control your reproduction.
As the co-founder of the EMW Women's Surgical Center in Louisville, Dr. Ernest Marshall says he personally knows that these attempts to limit women's choice can be harmful to their health.
One of my best friend's sister was pregnant and drank turpentine. And she was in high school and it destroyed her liver and she died from that. So these things will be revisited.
A warning from a physician as many pro-choice advocates fear that the Supreme Court could potentially overturn the landmark Roe v. Wade case, which makes abortion legal. Some argue that cases like Tuesday's hearing before the highest court in the land could at the very least make it even harder for women to choose. Stefan Dingle, WLKY.